What's up, guys, and welcome back to the Northman series. So welcome back to the channel. Hopefully you didn't laugh too hard at that intro. That intro was decided by one of my kids on how I should start today's video. Hopefully you are well. Make sure you do go down and subscribe to the channel if you're new to this channel watching this video. And I promise my intros are normally way more creative. They're probably not more creative, to be honest, but we'll say they are. So welcome back. We are going to go through what's happened in pre-season, have a look at our transfers, and play the opening day of the Elite Syrian versus Bird of Glimt away from home. Oh, reigning champions away from home to start the season. Interesting start, shall we say. So, first off, the supporters update. We've gone up 8.6k this season, up to 39.3 thousand followers. We have lost some core followers, but we've gained some families. So maybe they've just started bringing the families with them. I mean, surely that's a good thing if they've swapped it out and actually bring extra members. Surely, maybe, potentially. And the other thing that's happened on the exact same day is that the board has announced our stadium expansion due to league rules. The minimum capacity for the league is 3,100. So we are spending £50,000 to upgrade our stadium with 500 more seats. I mean, we'll take that, to be honest with you. It's not a bad upgrade because we don't have much money. We don't really have that many supporters, only 398 season ticket holders. We don't need to expand that much. So this is actually smart from our board. You will take it. They did take a £25,000 loan out to do it, so we're in more debt. Oh, and Knapsku wants to leave to go and play with better players. Back-to-back promotions. In the top flight now with his hometown club. Wants to leave. Some things FM still struggles to make realistic. So in terms of ticket prices going into the top flight then, 14% rise up to £15 a ticket now. In terms of the season ticket, that's gone up 15% to 167. Yet our projected yearly income is down to 275k. Do they know something I don't? Are we going to lose money? Or is that because we didn't have a playoff? No, because they weren't at our... I don't know what's going on. I have no idea. I can't pretend I do. Oh, and we have 358 season tickets, not 398. It's just going downhill, isn't it? I mean, right now would be the perfect time to get some insane youth candidates just to help us for the season ahead, because I'm going to give you a spoiler. We're struggling in transfers. So first off, Kenneth Sagard is our best potential player, and he's not that good. He's not that good. Oh, it's getting worrying. The next three. We have a winger here who does not too bad physically. Not too bad technically. Maybe there's something in him. He had the technicals in the right places. This one, physically not the best, but in terms of a winger, very good technically and mentally. I see something I can develop there. We definitely can work on this. As a natural winger, again, his crossing, dribbling, first touch, passing and technique up, along with pace acceleration, and he'd be a good winger. So I do see something there. But after that, we really are struggling. There's nothing really, to be honest with you. It's a poor youth intake. So if we look at how pre-season went, we played a lot of weaker teams. So I could work on the tactics just a little bit. And it's been successful. 8-1 against Bjerkreim, Vindebjerg 2-1. Hundvorg 5-0, Olgård 5-0, Gjesdal 11, Sokndal 12, Eiger 8, Frigg 4, Jev 1-1, Sandnes 3-1 and Sola 3-0. So it has been successful pre-season, but again, I wouldn't say at any point we cared about the results. It's been working on the tactics. Now, in terms of transfers, brace yourself for this. I apologise in advance. Yeah, that's it. If I go back, you will see nothing. Oh, we did have the goalkeeper actually, so okay. It's all become positive now. So first off, Madsen went. We did say he was going anyway, and on the end of last season's then is Sander Lundin has joined us. Now the interesting thing about Sander Lundin is in 2023, the year we're in now, he actually played for Egerton for the first half of the season. After our goalkeeper Brogzev, he came in, but Sanders Ulf recalled him before the end of the loan window. But he has now come in as our actual backup goalkeeper for the season. So welcoming him. And Clemenson, our actual backup goalkeeper, I've sent out on loan to Vanheim just to get him off the wage bill. We didn't need 3 top goalkeepers in terms of goalkeepers who could actually fight for the first team spot. So we let him go out on loan, go and get some actual football. There's only 3 signings. 2 of them are loan, and 1 of them's on a free transfer. I can't even explain to you how much of a struggle we've had trying to fix signings. So Villegas comes in as a backup central defender, 23-year-old Cuban who also has Swedish nationality. 6'2", jump reach of 14, good heading, marking, tackling. As a backup, he's decent and he's costing us nothing. Absolutely nothing. Coming in also as a backup central defender is Isaac Vadeber. He is a Norwegian from Tromsø, so he's travelled the length and breadth of the country, as I sip my coffee, to come down. We're paying 1,100 a week. He is one of our highest earners now, but we've had to spend that cash. He also is left and right footed. He has okay passing. He can play at fullback if we do play the inverted fullback. It's a good signing. We needed more depth. And finally, a former Egerton player. He is local, started at Storley went to Sola, came down to Egerton in 16-17, then to Egarden, then come back to Egerton again in 2019. Then he's been around near the top flight with Hamcam and Rosenborg, but he's now come back aged 29 on £500 a week. Now, he has also signed a top division relegation wage drop of 50%. So if we did go down, his wage would drop to £250 a week. Now that's important to mention because Chris Slaveland, by the way, a local talent, has robbed us blind here. We are now paying him £3,200 a week to secure him. He is our captain and he's an academy player. I wanted to make sure he was a key player. Now, he has agreed a 50% wage drop if we go down, but he still will be on an insane wage. Scherstein signed a new deal as well, doubled his wage to 2,000, but has again agreed a 50% wage drop if we go down. Fanny, right back, is now one of the highest earners of 1-2, also has agreed a 50% wage drop. Volas, a 1-2 now, again 50% wage drop. It's on everybody, except for Jonas Orner, who wouldn't agree the wage drop. So I quite like him. So I would like to stay in the division so we don't have to sell him, please. But financially then, we are spending 22,900. So that's gone up by about 8,000 over the summer. And that's mainly due to new agreements on contracts. We have less than 50,000 left in the bank. We are shipping money again this season. Now, last season we actually made profit in the end, 376k. We're currently 400k in profit this season. So at the end of season 1, we were that far in the red. We have actually made profit the last 2 years. You wouldn't believe it when you look at how we look financially, but we have. I'm hoping now the season has started and league fixtures, season tickets are done, gate receipts will show some improvement, because the last couple of years it has been as soon as season starts we just start losing more and more money. We've not really changed the squad. I am a bit concerned. Knapskog wants to leave and he only has 2 years left on his contract. We have agreed that if a 900,000 bid comes in, we will let him go. I'm hoping that doesn't happen, and I'm hoping he sees nobody wants him and he then agrees to sign a new deal. Another player who randomly now has decided he wants to leave us is Hein Larsen, which is annoying because I'm retraining him at left fullback as an inverted wing back for one of our tactics, but he won't sign a new deal at the minute. I'm hoping if we stay in the division, he will then decide he wants to stick around. But I'm a bit concerned. Just quickly, one thing I did forget to mention, release players wise. At the end of last season, some players did leave. So Stevenson retired. Strangstad left us because he wanted to go off to a bigger club. Nobody's come in for him yet. I would like to just offer him a chance back in. Shellman, who was in our reserve team, he has now been released. Torbjorn Dresgdal, unfortunately, has been released, but he has found a new club at Norway. So he's over in, that's Sweden, isn't it? Yeah, he's now over in Sweden in Division 1 South. So we wish him well there. Endre Hetland, Rogstad and Lekute, who is one of our young region players, has left. He's gone to one of the local clubs, Lyngdal, as well. But tactically then going into the season, we play in a 4-5-1 still. I'm going to start the season using this tactic. If it doesn't work, this is the setup I'm going to go with. And my thinking here is we will have two centre-backs. Inverted wing-back will come into here, and we will have then two in front, so it's going to be like a 2-2. Fanny will come up here with his wing-back on support, alongside Sorter on the other side. So it's going to be like a 2-2-2-1-2. And it looked okay in pre-season, so we'll see how it works, see how it looks, but it's an option which makes us very solid in the middle. So if we're coming up against a team who look like they are going to play very narrow, if we come up against a team who is pretty much trying to attack through the middle, we will, I think, try that tactic to just nullify them best we can. Now, the final thing to mention before we get into the live com is a lot of staff changes. So our head of sports science has gone, our sports scientist has gone, loan manager has gone, recruitment analysis has gone, our technical director and director of football has gone as well, and our set piece coach. That has massively, and I mean massively, dropped our wage in terms of staff wages. If we go on to last month for staff wages was 63,000. And before that, it was a lot more in terms of how close the staff wages was. Some of our new staff are on a higher wage, but we are in a better division now. But trust me, we've cut back our staff wages a lot. Now, there does seem to be a bug, so we can't go into the transfer history and look at the staff. But for example, a new staff member who's come in as a handling coach for the goalkeepers is this guy. Can't do distribution or shot stopping, but he is a decent handling coach. But I think the biggest staff member to mention is our new assistant manager. After the first 2 years, our assistant manager's contract was running out. He was on quite a lot of money, and this guy was a lot better. He's only 35, so hopefully he can be with us for a long time. He has a national A licence as well, and with the attributes he has, and the fact that he only has national A licence tells me if we get him on coaching courses, he is going to improve into a very, very good assistant manager. But let's get into the game then. So we are coming up against Berde Glimt. Brand won the league I thought it was Berde Glimt won the league last season. What season was I looking at? Season 1, Hamcam. What did we witness? Let's go through this, shall we? Hang on. Season 1, Hamcam, a team who battles against relegation in real life, won the league. Tromsø second, Berde Glimt third, Molde 5th, Rosenborg down in 11th. Season 2 saw Brand winner with Berde Glimt second. I knew we were up there. Molde in third, Lillestrøm, Hamcam down in 7th, Rosenborg 10th, Viking 11th, I see. That's okay. I don't know why I thought they had won it. So, I think I'm happy with our starting lineup for today's match. I will mention we have promoted from the youth team, recently turned before the start of the season, 18-year-old Nazir. In fact, we will actually just rename him just as Nazir because our last name, we can't be nailing that one, can we? So, we're going to go Sherstein in goal, Fanny right back. I think we are going to go with Vadabu in central defence alongside Midskogen and Opreya at left back. Martinussen, who we were unsure about last year, is starting defensive mid. Slaveland and Knapskog. Volleys, Bortasort on the left wing, then Orna up top. because we are missing the likes of Larson, Jurgensen and Lennon have all been out. So obviously Jurgensen was going to be our starting central defender this year. And we do have Krog, who can come in on the left wing. We do have this Bureau, who we've signed. John Berisha has just returned from injury. That's why Orner is starting up top. Sether, etc. But missing the likes of Larson and Jurgensen from our starting 11 is a big miss for the opening day against Werder Glimt. But let's see what we can do. So pump it. Pundits might not believe us, but let's see what we can do. I'm hoping for a good start. We're in a good place. Am I excited? I'm ready for the challenge, 100%. They are playing a 4-5-1 as well. So it is man for man. Let's see how well we can do, and let's see how far off the top clubs we are in this division, as we have given a penalty away in 1 minute and 20 seconds. I mean, at least give me a chance to have a coffee before we start the match commentary. Okay, penalty here for Werder Glimt, and they go 1-0 up in the 3rd minute. It took nearly a minute to take that penalty, by the way. We're not dealing with VAR now, are we? Oh, please don't tell me we are. I mean, they obviously didn't check that because it wasn't a penalty. Just at a guess. Okay, let's put that league table back on there, shall we? I mean, these type of games away to Werder Glimt are not going to decide if we are staying in the division or not. They are not going to be the matches which determine our season. At the same time, it would be nice not to get smashed. So let's see what we can do. Let's see if we can at least hold our own in these matches. Okay, Volas now, we did intercept. On a driving forward, but the legs he just doesn't have. It gets intercepted. So Risa now for Werder Glimt to Berg, who is probably on more than our whole team. He is one of the best players from Norway and Football Manager to pick up. So it's interesting he's still at Werder Glimt in the 3rd season. Risa goes down the line to Gulkson. He goes inside to Saltner, and he puts it away. 2nd goal of the game for him. We're 20 minutes in. And in my opinion, the tactic is not working. And very clearly, no, that's not what I want to do. Very clearly, I can see that we need to make some changes. Why is that? No. Switch them two round. So Slaveland will be the deep lion. Knapskog will be that. Mateus now going to take off, and we're going to bring on, I think, Bureau, because if we do change tactic again, that would work. And we're going to go with that. I know it's silly to make a change so early, but we're getting dominated. So let's take the risk of trying to switch this tactic up early and see if we can counter-react and not try to react after the situation in terms of trying to make a change at half-time. Try to catch it early. It's only 2-0 so far. I thought it was another penalty. But it's an open play goal. But I'm shocked by seeing the top flight table for the last 2 seasons. I am shocked by that. I wasn't expecting to see the 2 winners who have won it the opening 2 seasons. Nice to see different teams winning it. A bit concerning that we 4-0 down 25 minutes in against a team who hasn't even won the league the last 2 years. Going to demand more. But should I be demanding more? Oh dear. The only thing I'm thinking is if we can change you to an inverted fullback so you're not pushing forward. But then Volas is going to have to be a winger on support here just to try to tighten us up a little bit. We need to change something, and these are the type of games where we can tweak these and just see how it works. See, okay, do we have a good tackle percentage in terms of 1? Do we have a good interception percentage? Do we have a good pass percentage? Do we have a good cross percentage? Look at them stats, not the score. Look at them stats. Knapskog's in. He goes inside to Sotte. Oh, we scored a goal. The comeback's on. It's 4-1. We're going to win 5-4. We are going to win this game 5-4. The comeback is on. Knapskog misses the header, but he does get it. Cuts inside, plays the ball to Soter. On his right foot, bends it into the top corner, and we go 4-1 down. Okay, so let's have a look, and then we can compare the end of the game to now, because we only used that tactic for half it. 43% possession, 2 shots to 6, 71% tackles won with a 90% pass completion. Headers won at 50%. It's always the headers with us, isn't it? It's always the headers. Relax and play the rest of the match with freedom. I mean, telling a player to relax makes them anxious. Okay. Okay then. Oh, free kick. Pereira puts it just over. But we're coming up to the 50th minute. On the hour, I'll bring on Berisha, because like I say, he is just recovering from a pre-season injury he picked up. Scherstein to Midskogen. Midskogen goes forward to Knapskog. He plays it to Soter, who just loses it. I think that's the issue. Some of our players' quickness and positioning and off the ball and general movement is slower than the best people in the league. But I think it's the other games we need to look at picking up the points in early. The other games we need to look at being successful in. Okay, 55 minutes in. I'm just going to give us a bit of encouragement. We still have 43%, 71% tackles won. Headers won now was 47%. We're getting worse. Right, Orner's going to come off for Berisha. So there's one change. And I think Krog I'm going to bring on for Volas for fresh legs there. And Chris Slaveland I'm going to take off because he's on a yellow and playing poor. But we will change from a deep line playmaker, just a defensive midfielder on defend, and bring on Seth, our youngster. I don't know. We were down by 4 really early. It's not been embarrassing since then. We've not had much more of the ball. Oh, Berisha's picked up an injury again. Ugland we're going to bring on. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, that's all 5. Oh, that's disappointing. That's disappointing. He's been picking up injuries in pre-season, and it's not getting any better. Come on, opening day victory is gone, but in terms of being an embarrassment, I don't think so. I'd rather not concede a 5th. It's harder to argue that if we concede a 5th. Oh, we conceded a 5th. Ugh, no one likes VAR. Go away. Oh, there's an own goal as well. It was an own goal. Oh, our players are even scoring for them now. We're trying to assist. We're trying to help. Hands on hips. You did yourself... Oh, no. I was trying to be nice. If I criticised, you would have complained. Oh. Can't win. Can't win. Is anybody pissed? Oh, here we go. Confused by the team talk. We'll deal with that shit in a minute. Okay, the positive is Arndal lost by 5, we only lost by 4. That is it for the opening day of the season. I'm going to crack on and get some games played. Try to decide which tactic works best in this league for these players. I've been Paul, also known as the Northman. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time.